The Lord is with you. That is the assurance the angel gives Mary. We have just said so many Hail Marys just now. The Lord is with you. This greeting, the Lord is with you, has a long history in the Old Testament. It was often spoken directly by God as, I am with you. It's a guarantee that no matter what happens to the person whom God has chosen and involves in the divine project, that mission will be carried out successfully. So Mary is in good company. Let us take a few examples. The same assurances has been spoken to Abraham in Genesis 26:24. I am the God of Abraham, your father. Do not be afraid. I am with you. To Jacob in Genesis 28:15. See, I am with you, and I will keep you safe wherever you go. To Moses in Exodus 3:12, I will be with you, and this will be the sign that I have sent you. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you will worship God on this mountain. To Jeremiah in Jeremiah 1:8, do not be afraid, for I am with you to protect you. Again in Jeremiah 15:21, I am with you to free you and save you. And the angel to Gideon in Judges 6:12, the Lord is with you, you mighty warrior. And of course, Jesus to his disciples in the Great Commissioning, Matthew 28:19-20, go and make disciples of all nations, teach them to observe all that I have commanded you. I am with you always until the end of the world. Of course, Emmanuel means God is with us. Which means when God calls you for a particular task or ministry or mission, then God really calls you to do certain things. It's not that you do things which Jesus did not call you to do. When God really calls you, God, being trustworthy, will not leave you alone and unaided. When He calls you, He will equip you and empower you. So do not be afraid. In the gospel, Jesus also says, do not worry. I will be with you. How much, sisters and brothers, we all need to hear these words of divine assurance that God is with us. And how much I myself need to hear this word of assurance of His divine presence and guidance and strength. So this biblical assurance forms the biblical background to the liturgical formula, the Lord be with you, which is repeatedly said by the priest during Mass. But then, we may participate in the Mass week after week for many years or even daily, and yet miss the significance of these few simple words, the Lord be with you, and be comforted and strengthened by these words. That's why when we attend Mass, all the richest words and sorrow, it is so easy to become very mechanical, the way we recite the prayers and sorrow. So these words to Mary at the Annunciation assure us too that God's grace will enable us to fulfill the mission of generating God's Son, of making Jesus present today in whatever situation we find ourselves in, and that whatever happens to us, God's plan will be realized. So Mary, an ordinary girl, gives a wholehearted response to God's invitation. And she said, let it be done to me according to your words. Fiat, let it be. Mary inspired us to cooperate with God by saying yes, by letting be to God in all circumstances of our lives. Let it be. It's an unconditional yes. When we can do that, then we can experience the deep inner peace and joy of the Spirit. No matter what happens, let it be. So in the mystical life, we call it unconditional, total acceptance of whatever happened in our life, trusting that there is a divine reason for everything. It's always meant for our good, for the purification, and for our sanctification, and ultimately for the glory of God.